Like, I haven't talked about it too much, but I think how JT Miller's handling a lot of these situations are just embarrassing. I was even saying to my friends, the fact that this guy was slamming his stick like a baby and yelling at Colin Delia is atrocious. Like, who are you, man? And the fact that the Canucks are going to have to look at this, if they let Bo Horvat go and they're going to look at it directly, like, they sign Miller to let go of Bo Horvat, like, it's a joke. It's like, I can't even speak because I'm laughing. It's just embarrassing. He's not even, like, making it a low-key thing. Like, he's struggling and being quiet about it. And that's why we talked about the Jordan Binnington thing, is, like, Blues fans have been so frustrated because if you're struggling, you probably should be a little bit more low-key, just because, like, what do you have to talk about? What do you have to chirp about? If you're playing unreal, if you're on the top of your game or your team's buzzing, then you can chirp all you want. Like, you have something to say. And that's why I just think it's embarrassing for JT Miller. The guy himself, especially against the Flames, New Year's Eve, this guy has 2 brutal giveaways, and he's still talking shit. He's still running his mouth. And I can only imagine what's being said by JT Miller behind the scenes. Like, think about this, guys. We're seeing what JT Miller's doing in front of the camera, on the ice, 2 reporters. Oh my, I can only imagine what this guy's saying behind closed doors. So JT Miller, what a disaster. Imagine having one of your guys, like he's one of the leaders in the room, and this is his behavior. This is what he's displaying. So I'm not going to knock on his skill set because 99 points, even if you want to put it out there as like an accident or put it out there as like a fluke or put it out there as like his power play production was boosted, he still got 99 points. So take away the power play points. He's still easily a top 6 forward. The skill set's there. I do think it's insane to talk about him as like a top tier player in the league consistently, because I even said, like, I could see him repeating as like 70, 80 point guy consistently when he's getting top power play time and getting top line time. So just based on that, by default, he's going to get that production. But this guy is in no position, based on how the Canucks have played, with him being as one of the leaders, he's in no position to be acting how he has against a 3rd string goalie. Like, Demko has struggled this year. Spencer Martin actually has stepped in big ways, but like, Colin Delia should not have to be put in that situation to begin with. And the fact that Miller was behaving like that to him is insane. But yeah, I think JT Miller is a disaster right now. I do think that overall, the Canucks got to make some tough choices. I also just think that overall ownership's got to butt out. Like, they've got to have some, like, the ownership's got to recognize how much they've damaged this team as well, because they've stepped in on GMs, they've stepped in on management so many times to hold back. And yeah, Demko's injured right now as I make this video, but he might be coming back soon. So that dynamic will be back, and we'll see if Demko can get back to his game. That would make a huge difference in the Canucks. But I mean, all this mess from Besser to JT Miller to Horvat potentially leaving to the contracts of Ekman, Larson, and Myers. But JT Miller ultimately, disaster territory, and someone's got to put him in his place, because it's a joke how he's been behaving. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how the guy can seriously go to reporters and talk about. This is the other thing I haven't even discussed in this, like, on the stream yet, is like, how can the guy seriously go to reporters and go, yeah, my offensive production is a little behind from last year because I've improved on my overall game, or whatever he said. I'll pull up the quote right now, but are you, bro, watching this guy's giveaways on New Year's Eve and watching this guy's giveaways in general, like that giveaway against Montreal earlier in the year, insane, absolutely insane. Like, some of these, and I'm just watching the video again on how he's yelling and smacking his stick at the top of the crossbar at Colin Delia. But it is crazy, some of his quotes. Like, people can't even believe that he's saying these kind of things. It's, yeah, because he's focusing on his overall game. Like, bro, what are you talking about, man? Like, he's saying, I'd like to say my lack of production is a compliment to me not cheating the game and playing the right way. That was his quote. That is a nuts quote. And when I saw that online, I didn't even think it was real. So, yeah, I mean, Miller's got to fix his shit, because it just, what a disaster.